Let me be clear here. Trespass is a civil matter.
I know trespass.
And you can hear from my demeanour, I'm extremely reasonable.
I know, and that's the thing.
You know?
And that's why
Yes.
we've been
So there's no
inviting you.
breach of a peace. And to be breach of a peace, there has to obviously be aggression. You can't trespass me. You can't lawfully trespass me.
I know, but they'll be shut in the office.
Yes, I'm saying you can't lawfully trespass me.
No, but you can't stay here, can you?
That's between, I'm saying it's not your domain. I'm saying unless I'm being disorderly.
Not the trespass element.
No, I'm not being disorderly. And I'm being careful, like we said, you know, I'm trying to be as quiet. It's
if they want to shut the office,
yes.
which they have their right to do,
yes.
You can't remain here.
But it's not your domain, unless I'm being, you know, I'm not meaning to be over-talked. I'm just making sure we all stay within the law. I can't just let them break the law, sit by, carry on cycling and wait till I get crippled. You can't. There's no public order offence here at all.
Not the movement.
And so you have no lawful right to remove me.
Are you going to be happy to walk with us now?
No. I mean, under threat of arrest, under threat of immediate arrest, then I will.
And that's the last thing we want to have to do is to mention arrest, do we? Like if they're closing the office, everyone needs to go. Because what happens when the last person's here asks you to go, you don't go.
You're asking me. You're putting forward a story that you're saying which is just reasonable, isn't
this
it?
Is all
Can I just come in? It's just reasonable. You would say it's just reasonable to go. It's reasonable not to be have your license revoked, revocation action taken against you. It's reasonable not to lose £200,000. It's reasonable for them not to and interfere with a court case. It's reasonable for me not to just put up with potentially being crippled for the rest of my life and being run over.
Nothing further.
I will put it, and this is where I'll put it online, so you're clear. I will make it clear that you are aiding in a very perverse and sick. Is that them now?
These chaps are,
yeah, that's fine.
But as we explained, you know, we were going to hit this impasse, but I'm still going to find that detail.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, you're right.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Could I just take, before we start, could I take your name?
Yes, it's PC Williams.
And?
PC Guy.
PC?
Guy, G-U-I.
G-U-I?
Y,
sorry. And could I have your collar number, please?
Yes, yeah, 8584.
Yep. So just if I can just get some things clear from the start, is I'm not going to resist anything. All right. So whatever, if you order me, even if you're acting unreasonably, unlawfully, I will go along with that. Because I have no intention of getting arrested or being funny, and I'll be absolutely no violence or any insult. So I'm just getting that clear. So there's no public order issue here. I will comply, even if you've acted unlawfully. I will fully comply with you. All right.
What's been going on?
Yeah, so this is in relation to frauds and crimes by DVLA. You have an incident report number for this. What I'm trying to do is get more evidence to give you, because I have evidence of misconduct by numerous police officers who are also involved in the same crime. And just to give you an overview, I'm going slightly off the lane here, but just to give you an overview, this is a document that was fraudulently signed by Judge Prigg at Taunton Court. On my behalf as a beneficiary. I'm a trustee of land. She has fraudulently signed a transfer document in my name against my will, breaching and has committed fraud, which she can serve up to 10 years in prison for. I have lots of evidence of crimes by Judge Prigg in relation to civil court proceedings. I have no criminal record, as I'm sure you've checked. And such as not following due process, no disclosure of evidence between, which is a fundamental, it's the key aspect of civil law. A case can be won on that. She didn't do any of that. So I'm just letting you know.
So this is an ongoing case.
I have evidence of by Judge Rawton in Bristol Court, and well, let me finish it. I'll explain. So I'm just giving you the overview. It's all connected to frauds by judges, fraud by misconduct by numerous police officers, and before that they were trying to coerce me to sign a document in relation to this land. Okay, so this is what's behind it all. They have tried to. Part of the reason was to try to bankrupt me. They've essentially started revocation action against me to try to revoke my license. To revoke my license. Yeah. And I have a vast amount of evidence of corruption by court staff who were just slamming the phone down on me, not letting me make applications on my case. So this is what I'm up against: the courts, corrupt police officers, corrupt judges, court staff. MP Rebecca Powell has written to, has tried to start a complaint in my name with the police. This is the background.
Yeah. What's the progress of that investigation, can I ask? Like, or who's investigating that for you? It depends on
I'm still putting the evidence together.
Okay.
We had years of police stating it wasn't their matter, that they don't deal with judicial corruption. We got a letter from the Parliamentary Undersecretary of State for Legal Services and for the courts. He said that has to go. Yes, they do deal. The police have to deal with judicial corruption. Okay. I went to the police station. I put them on the spot with the GoPro, so I got all the evidence. And then finally, only because I had the camera, the officer admitted yes, they deal with all crime, DVLA crime, and judicial crime. So that's the background. I'm letting you know how vast this is. This is the most serious, I would say, this is one of the most significant, not serious, but significant fraud and abuse cases occurring in the UK at this time. Because my MP, who tried to start a complaint in my name with the police regarding the crimes by the judges without any of the evidence.
Yeah.
The police have then, even the Somerset police, have then said they can't find any of that correspondence. So either Rebecca Powell lost her marbles, or even the Somerset police are lying. That's the. I've got the. Okay.
That's okay. I appreciate that. That's a lot you're going through. I appreciate that.
Yes.
That's a lot of information. Today now, obviously, in Swansea.
So I have a lawful. Yeah. Now we come to DVLA. I have a lawful right to be here. Mm-hmm. Yes. What's happening, and I've got evidence on my phone that the call handlers are just slamming the phone down on me, not providing me the information. They're not.
What for DVLA?
DVLA.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Therefore, they're not dealing with my questions. And so I have no alternative but to come here and refuse to leave. You know, I don't want to be here. I want to deal with this in a sensible manner. But basically what's happened, just to put you in the picture, somebody has made an allegation, third-party report. And without any evidence, they gave me a week to answer their questions. DVLA gave me a week. This was in December 2022. If not, they would revoke my license. I could be away on holiday and then come back, find my license has been revoked, have an accident, got no insurance, and my life, in debt for hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Is there any appeal process for that?
So what the issue is, it's breach of Road Traffic Act.
So Paul, today, what's your...
What questions have you got?
Your reason for being here today? Have you come down to
for a reason?
To ask for a reason?
Yes,
questions?
yeah, absolutely.
Has anyone provided you here today?
No, they've refused to come down. They've refused to come down. They said they want me to go in a room without my camera. There's no way. Honestly, the evidence I have, I'm not going in a room without any camera.
Have they offered any other means to resolve this?
I've offered a means. I've offered a means.
What you're here today for?
That's part of it. There's part of it. There's lots of questions, but they're also in relation to freedom of information.
They wouldn't usually provide that in person, would they? Like a freedom of...
No, you're correct. Can I show you? Correct. I made a request in January.
Is that a SARS request?
You have SARS and then you have freedom of information. They're two separate things. SARS is to do with your own personal, and freedom of information is general, how they run their business kind of thing. So I've asked a whole list of questions. These are the questions I've asked, which is, how many people, I want to find out how many people, I suspect I'm one of only a few, that they've conducted this abusive action against. So I've asked them, in a year period between 2003 and 2004, what's the number of people that you've done these list of questions to, right? Does that make sense? They sent me an email. They're meant to do that with, and they came back, and here's the letter from them. I've done everything to the book, everything, emails, everything correctly. Never been abusive. They've been abusive to me on the phone. Never been abusive to them at all. They sent me an email on the 8th of April, and they said it may take, is that the one? May take 20 days.
Yeah.
So as a month, 20 working days, or a maximum of 40 working days. They haven't provided the information. They're breaking the law. The Freedom of Information, there's a Freedom of Information Act legislation that, given the gravity that I could be paralysed from their actions, and other people are, let me just, this is very important to get on your camera, to hold, because I want to hold the police to account. This what's happening. People are overtaking me into oncoming traffic. Somebody is going to get killed or paralysed. That's, you know, he just pulled in, cut me up, and pulled in. Listen, I've got videos of it. You've got trucks within a few metres behind me. You've got cars. Do you know here's a question for you. What's the overtaking distance for a cyclist? How much? What's the minimum distance you're meant to give them when overtaking?
Like 3 metres?
No, too much. A road is 3 metres, but it's 1.5 metres. You're better. Yeah, it's a.
So, you know the details you're asking about the
managers?
All of the details, if you go to the DVLA privacy policy on the Gov website.
Yeah, I've been through stuff. Why aren't they just giving me the names?
Well, because I haven't got the names to give
No,
you.
I'm saying, why aren't they?
This is all
they're withholding that from me. I've been through all the websites. I want to take away, I'm asking for the Freedom of Information manager's name, which by law they have to give me. The ICO told me they have to give me this. They, not you, they are refusing to, they slam the phone down me on whatever I ask. Now they're trying to defer this.
Internal policy, is that?
all
to find information.
I've just spoken to the person who knows all this. They said that I need to direct to the DVLA privacy policy, which is hosted on the UK Gov.
Can you see how much nonsense this is? Why wouldn't they just tell me the name? They've slammed all the phone down on me, right?
Obviously the DVLA has got, you know, the government has got its own policy. I'm not up to date on that.
No, it's an act. No, it comes under GDPR. Do you know the Information Commissioner's Office, the ICO? That I've spoken to them, and they said it's unlawful for them not to give me their governance manager. So
all I've been told is the privacy policy sets out all of the information that you've asked for.
Yes. So they are. It's just obviously it's totally unreasonable for them not to give me, and it stinks, doesn't it? That the fact that they are withholding the manager's name of the.
Shall I go and get it off the website and print it out?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I mean.
So in terms of
if you could get if you could get the manager's names of all that I've asked for, what I want is their names, their specific names, to hold them to account for.
I'll print out what I've been told, where the contact information you need. I'll print that out.
Yeah, but I'm not asking for contact information. It's been very clear to you. I've asked for the manager's name.
I know.
And they're trying to give me just the contact information. I want the manager's name.
Okay.
That's what I'm after.
If I can get it for you,
and I've asked it here with the police. It's by law. Yeah, I know it. I'm not being funny. We're getting on fine.
Yeah, great.
You know, so we're cool.
So in terms of today, right? Okay. So I appreciate all of this. It's a huge investigation. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of information.
That was me.
I want to talk to you about here today.
Yeah,
right
just
now.
let me just finish.
Okay,
I just want to get on camera.
I can't have any bearing on this investigation.
All right, that's fine. I just want to be. There's me being run. There's me being run over. Okay. Here's this one pulling out in front of me, nearly running me over. This is the truck that was in within centimetres. I want to say this is on camera.
Are you a cyclist?
I have to because I've got no car.
Yeah.
So this is me being nearly crippled, literally. This needs to all go on your camera. This was nearly a head-on. He had to swerve and nearly push off the road. I've got dozens and dozens of this. So that's the background. This is the seriousness of this. I can't just.
But that's all being dealt with, isn't it? With
today,
that's being dealt with separately.
we can't deal with that, can we?
I'm just putting this so to hold you to account, right? And please understand, I'm not being funny with you, right?
And I think we're being totally empathetic.
You've been.
I totally understand.
No, what I'm saying is, right. I want to hold people to account. I want it on here. This is the seriousness of this, and this is why I can't just sit at home losing around a week and face being crippled. I have to come up here and take this action.
But today we're not here for that.
Well, hopefully now that security guard can get you the names you require.
That's a small part of what I'm after.
Okay.
I've come back here to get my license, but because.
But that's going to have to be. There's a procedure for that, isn't there?
Part of that procedure is not slamming the phone down on you when you're trying to resolve stuff. Part of the procedure is answering my questions in an email. Okay, they're not doing that.
Have you sent emails to the?
I've sent numerous emails.
And have you received responses?
Yes, and they don't address the issues.
Right.
So the procedure is not being followed. I can understand from your point of view, you would think that they would be a lawfully run enterprise. But they're not. So what I'm saying is, DVLA cannot revoke anybody's license without evidence. Even a judge, the most powerful people in this country, cannot conduct punitive or harmful action against anybody without any evidence. It happened, they threatened to revoke my license the day of the court hearing. This has come from the one of the either a lawyer, even my has called up. You could literally now, you could find out, they've redacted the information, you could find out who it is. I could say, is it Mr. Find out if redacted the information, you could find out who it is. I could say, is it Mr. Was it? Because she's up to her. Was it? And you could say, I could show you a court order with Mr. name on, and you would say, there you go, he was in a legal dispute with Mr. He was the one who reported him. This is looking suspect. But so you could do that. You have that power. So that's one option. You could find out who reported me, and find out if it's Mr. whether it's a solicitor.
Okay, bro.
And find out if it's Mr. whether it's a solicitor.
Okay.
She gave you the look. Don't do that.
No.
That was saying, look, don't do that.
No. Look, okay. So in terms of today, can I speak now? In terms of today, so obviously you've come down here for a reason, to get answers. And they're not going to provide you those answers today, are they? What we'll do is we'll wait for the security guard to come back with the policy. Hopefully he finds a name that you want. Look, I appreciate this is a public access area, so you have the rights to come in. Look, this is a difficult one. Like, if they're not going to be providing you what you want. So obviously you've come down here for a reason, to get answers. And they're not going to provide you those answers today, are they? What we'll do is we'll wait for the security guard to come back with the policy. Hopefully he finds a name that you want. Look, I appreciate this is a public access area, so you have the rights to come in. Look, this is a difficult one. Like, if they're not going to be providing you what you want today.
Can I just before
come in? Look, this is a difficult one. Like, if they're not going to be providing you what you want today.
Can I just before?
Can you see from our?
Yeah, can I just come in here? I just want to interject. Just be careful, both of you. Be extremely careful. I have so much evidence. Right, from your personal point of view, be. If you tell me to move here, if you tell me to move, and I go out on my bike next time, and you've stopped me from dealing with these issues, somebody gets killed, you can be done for. Do you understand? Do you understand that?
I appreciate what you're telling me.
So I'm saying this is deadly serious.
So how did you get here today? Do you remember?
Train.
By train. Okay. So look, our main concern for here, as you can imagine, is a potential breach of the peace. I know this is a public access area.
I'm not breaching the peace. I'm being very calm.
That's why I said potential. So this is a public access area.
Because you can't. Because let me be clear here. Trespass is a civil matter.
I know trespass.
And you can hear from my demeanour, I'm extremely reasonable.
I know, and that's the thing.
You know?
And that's why
Yes.
we've been
So there's no
inviting you.
breach of a peace, and to be breach of a peace, there has to obviously be aggression. There has to be some kind of, you know.
It's also the way it makes other people feel, isn't it?
They're
They
fine.
feel.
They're not fit. No, they're fine. They're fine. You see, what I'm saying is, you can't infringe my lawful right to record because other people feel insecure.
We
never mentioned that.
I'm just. He brought in feel. He brought in how other people feel. Because she made an issue out of me recording. All right. This will go online with you guys. You know, because the system is so. Let me be clear of my strategy. The system is so corrupt. The only way I'm going to get this done is by exposing criminality online. So, what I'm saying is, if you tell me to leave, I go out on my bike tomorrow. Somebody gets killed. I get crippled. You are culpable
But
because I'm not breaching the peace.
have you received a letter telling you not to cycle? Obviously, they've revoked your driver's license, but obviously, you don't require a driving license to cycle.
No, I think you're missing the point. Do you understand what you're saying?
Obviously, you said that if you go out on a bike and someone, are you talking about referring to yourself being crippled or somebody else?
Me or
Or
somebody
mental
else?
health?
Me or somebody else? Because what's happening, I'm going out on my bike. There's so
Sorry, I
many.
do apologise. Got on to this. Okay.
Yeah. There's so many bad drivers on the road, right? I mean, I've shown you the evidence. You've seen the evidence. I've got films of that on the GoPro, cutting me up. I know that I will be hit. That's how serious it is. I know that I will be hit sooner or later.
Specific routes?
Yes, yeah, they are. It's not like in Cardiff where you've got cycle paths. I can't just let them break the law, sit by, carry on cycling and wait till I get crippled. You can't. There's no public order offence here at all.
Not the moment.
And
that's
so
why-
you have no lawful right to remove me.
And that's
The-
why we're discussing the potential.
the only,
I know you've provided me with information, and that is here.
yes,
It's
it's beyond your knowledge, your field of knowledge.
definitely beyond my knowledge.
Yes.
But as you said, this has happened in Taunton, so that's a totally different police.
No, it's happened here. It's Cardiff. It's happened here. It's in Cardiff. It goes. I'm Swansea. Sorry, I've been to Cardiff, and I've got a link to send evidence through. But I'm trying to get the evidence from them so that I give you a cast iron case of.
Well, I've been through the policy. You're right, it doesn't name names. All it says is for the head of data protection. say
Exactly.
Head of data
You see?
protection, and then to that, to the web.
You see, he's deliberately trying to keep that name from me from having those names. You've seen it for yourself. This is what
I've done all I
you've
can.
done. You've been great.
I got to crack on.
Yep.
Chat. I'm going to have a speak of it.
Yes.
Just a second.
Fine. So what I'm saying here, this is unlawful.
So you're not committing any public order offences.
Thank you very much.
I've got no issues
Yes.
with you being here. It's a public space. Okay. So as long as you don't create any issues, you're
I won't.
happy,
I
okay?
won't. You can see me and the security
Yeah,
guard.
yeah,
You
I
know,
can
we
see
have a good
that.
understanding.
But obviously,
It's going to be interesting when they want to close because I'm not moving.
Well, if it does escalate, obviously somebody will have to come back.
Yes,
out, but-
like I said, I'm not going to escalate the
Yeah.
thing. I'm not going to I'm not going to be abusive. No violence, zero violence.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to, if anything, I just sit there with my arms crossed so that I can't be accused of doing anything. You know, do you understand? If you were facing being, I don't want to be here.
No,
if you were facing being killed. I have a duty even to other people. Somebody's going to get killed. It could be kids, babies. It's psychopathic to take somebody out of a 1 or 2 ton protective shell car and put them on the roads. You shouldn't have bikes on the roads like that, unless a cyclist chooses it.
Right, like I said, I haven't got issue.
Yeah.
As long as you don't cause any problems
Yes.
to the public place. Okay?
Yes, of course, of course.
So, nice to meet you.
Yes, thank you
Have a
very
lovely
much.
day.
Yeah, your colleague made clear that she's not. She's going to just leave me here.
Okay. So brief, quick update on that. I'll provide you. Look, I've just been informed they're going to be closing this office at 4:30ish.
Yes.
There's one gentleman here who's they're finishing up his application.
Yes.
When he leaves, they want to shut the lights off.
Yes.
And everyone's going home.
You can't trespass me.
Pardon?
You
What?
You can't lawfully trespass me.
I know, but they'll be shut in the office.
Yes, but I'm saying you can't lawfully trespass me.
No, but you can't stay here, can you?
That's between. I'm saying it's not your domain. I'm saying unless I'm being disorderly.
Not the trespass element.
No, I'm not being disorderly, and I'm being careful. Like we said, you know, I'm trying to be as quiet. It's
If they want to shut the office,
Yes.
which they're their right to do.
Yes.
You can't remain here.
But it's not your domain unless I'm being. You know, I'm not meaning to be overtalked. I'm just making sure we all stay within the law. But what I'm saying is, you can't lawfully remove me from here unless I am being, you know, disorderly. There's a public order offence.
Well, and that's the potential. That's what a breach of the peace would be.
Yeah, but it hasn't got there.
If they're going to lock the office
Yes.
and say you wanted to remain, you wouldn't be allowed to remain.
But that's not your. That's not your. That's not your.
their domain, and that's why they would call us.
Yeah, exactly. Then we'll have to deal with that then.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And
I was thinking in the future hypothetically.
Yeah,
That was all right.
yeah, and what I'm saying is, just so it's clearly on record, I will not put up any
Oh, no,
resistance.
and I really appreciate
Yes.
that.
I-
An update the security guard gave me. So he said. So
Can I
I've
just
spoken to
can I
some
can
of
you
the-
just hold that in case I forget this question? My understanding is the security guard can't lay hand on me unless I am again being disorderly, you know, being aggressive, abusive. He's already stated to me he's not going to lay hand on me.
And that'll be the last thing, obviously, anyone would want to have to resort to, isn't it?
Sorry.
That's the last thing anyone would
Yes,
want to
and can you and do you confirm that he's not? If I act as I am here, he can't lawfully put hand on me. Because that would be physical assault, and I have a right to defend myself. You see?
Should go through this now.
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, no. Yeah, as you said, trespassing is civil. Obviously, they wouldn't want anyone trespassing. Obviously, any member of the public can use force to prevent
A crime. It's a crime. Exactly.
Yes.
This is not a crime.
And that's why, realistically, they wouldn't. They would call the police.
You see, because I'm,
That's to-
you know, if I was what to call an auditor, yeah, you know, you could understand that. I'm here on legitimate business that I'm hoping,
No, I agree.
because my life is in danger, and these are just slamming the phone down on me. So what I'm saying is, because they're so unreasonable, they're not dealing with my questions. They're just slamming. I've got all the evidence on my phone. I know you don't want to hear it, but I've got it all here to back up my case. If they try to take me to court, I've got all the evidence to prove that I have to come here because they're just slamming the phone down on me.
That's why you also said, so obviously it's totally your right
Yeah.
to film in this public area.
Yes.
Also, it's someone's right, if you get what I mean, not to be filmed.
Look,
So you
I'm
can
being
film.
careful. No, it's not. No. Let
No,
me.
you're allowed to film, but if someone doesn't want to be filmed, they don't have to come down to be filmed, if you get what I mean. Like,
Oh, that's their right.
And I think that's what they want. They don't want
that's
to come down
No, they don't
and
want to
be
be held.
on camera.
They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want me exposing that they're doing and putting a face to it.
Is that-
That's their right.
is
That's
that
their
anything you
right.
would consider of the option, that they offered an option to speak in a room without a camera? Is that totally unacceptable? to
I
you?
can't. I wouldn't go in a room. I know you don't know. You don't have the evidence that I have, but they are so serious, they're so perverse.
So what's your plan with regarding that? Like, what's-
I have to get my license back before me or somebody else gets killed. I have an obligation, even for other people. Only giving me a day to respond to a letter before they're going to revoke my license. I can't put myself in the hands with such a. At best, they're a totally dysfunctional organisation.
It must be within their policy somewhere if they believe they must. Again,
Be careful. Be careful what you put on camera, because you have to act within the law.
That's my personal assumption.
Yeah.
That they must have evidence, but
No, they don't.
But if they don't, yeah,
No, they
I see
don't.
why that's why 7 days.
No, the only power, let me clear, the only power they have comes from the Road Traffic Act Just like you can't start making up your own policies and how you treat the public. Everything, all of your actions have to be underpinned by law. And if you don't, you can face malpractice, action. If you go and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is obviously, Paul, look, the clue's in the office
Yes.
now, and everyone's going to be going home.
Yes.
Would you be happy now? Because I think it's evident nothing else is going to happen here today, is that you're not going to get the questions or information you want. Unfortunately, I think that's going to have to be a longer procedure or whatever the process is. Are you going to be happy to walk with us now?
No. I mean,
Well,
under
they're
threat
gonna
of
be-
under threat of arrest, under threat of immediate arrest, then I will.
Are
Like
there
I
going to
said.
be clues in the office?
But you can't lawfully, you can't arrest me. And if you do, and somebody gets killed, you can
So
be
they're going to be closed in
prosecuted.
the office, so it would be class of trespassing if you're here.
Yes.
So we're here now to potentially prevent a breach of the peace.
Well, I'm not.
Because
I'm not
if they're asking you to leave
She-
and you don't...
This lady told me that I can stay.
Yeah, but I didn't realise that they were closing now.
Oh, okay.
I thought we had a bit longer.
Yeah.
Look, they want to close up and they're going to ask you to leave. If you refuse to leave,
Then it will
then
be a breach of
that's
the peace.
going to be an escalation.
Well, it's not a breach
isn't
of peace. No, it's no civil
It will
trip.
be if you're refusing to leave.
Could you explain the how it's a breach of the peace? I'm just making sure we're all within the law. And like I say, I will comply. With any. If you're going to say, I'm just making you aware. I will do all that I can to hold you accountable, and this will be going online. The evidence that I'm releasing against is colossal. So you just make sure that you act within the law. That's all I'm saying, and I will comply with you.
And that's the last thing we want to have to do, is to mention arrest, do we? Like if they're closing the office, everyone needs to go, don't they? Because what happens when the last person's here asks you to go, you don't go.
You're asking me. You're putting forward a story that you're saying which is just reasonable, isn't
and
it?
this is all
Can I just come in?
hypothetical.
It's just reasonable. You would say it's just reasonable to go. It's reasonable not to be have your license revoked. Revocation action taken against you. It's reasonable not to lose £200,000. It's reasonable for them not to and interfere with a court case. It's reasonable for me not to just put up with potentially being crippled for the rest of my life and being run over.
Nothing further is going to happen tonight, is it? Everyone's gone home.
So that's basically my question to you now. Look, when they turn the lights off and they shut the office, are you going to leave?
No. I will go. If you tell me, Mr. Gardner, I'm going to arrest you if you don't leave,
That will be the case.
I will go.
Yeah.
I will go. So if you tell me, like, if you want to act against the law now and tell me, Mr. Gardner, even though I'm being...
It won't be against the law.
I believe it will. But
Okay.
fine. If you're, whatever, we can debate this afterwards. But if you're going to tell me now, Mr. Gardner, unless you leave, we're going to arrest you, I will go with you. I won't resist anything, all right?
Okay.
The ball is in your court. I'm not trying to be... You understand the issues here. They're too serious for me just to go back
What I'm
home.
trying to say is you're not going to get anywhere tonight.
I have to make a point. I think you're out against the law. I'm peaceful. I wish nobody any harm. I'm not aggressive. I'm keeping my voice down. They are breaking the law. You are helping. Essentially, what it is, I will put it, and this is the way I'll put it online, so you're clear. I will make it clear that you are aiding in a very perverse and sick. Because if somebody gets killed, I want it. I will do my best to make clear it is you two responsible, thwarting my attempts to get this resolved.
Well, no, because we're not thwarting. Because nothing's going to happen here today.
I haven't. We don't know how far I can take this.
Well,
I'm not going to be
It's
any
like
physical.
closing. Everyone's going home, so nothing can be done.
I don't.
Can it?
Right. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to argue with you. Right. I'm making it clear to you. I'm giving you full notice. I've had thousands of views on my videos so far. There'll be tens of thousands by the time I've finished. Hopefully hundreds. Right. I will make it clear that you are aiding, you personally, you two. And I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to. I would ask you to act in a more sensible manner. But you are aiding in their.
No, we're not.
We can do at this present moment.
That's it. Fine. So you tell me what your move is now then.
So the move is, obviously we'd invite you to leave with us, because
Yes.
they're going to be closing up. If you didn't, then we'd be looking at, arresting for a breach of the peace.
Oh, okay, so-
Which I will have to say is the last thing we want to do.
Okay, so under threat
But
of
that's what we're
what I'm
suggesting.
saying.
You have the opportunity not to go, for us to go down that line.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
You
We don't
leave on
have
your
to
own,
go
but it's-
down
No, what I'm
that
saying is,
route.
under threat of arrest, I will leave. Because I've had different stories. You said I could stay. I understand there was a mix-up.
When I didn't
So
realise
are
it
you
was
telling me now, if I stay here for 5 minutes longer, you know, more or
There's
less?
no specific time frame.
Okay.
It's when they want to shut up the office, basically.
Okay, well, can you let me know?
I'll go and
Right,
find out
can
now.
you let me know when I'm not? Again, I have to take it to the edge. I'm not going to resist. If you tell me, like Mr. Gardner, you have to leave now, or we're going to arrest you. I will pack up my stuff and I'll leave. All right?
I'm going to find out.
Are we agreed? That's how we're going to
if
progress.
It's your choice as well. So that's
Yes.
what you
So I want to do everything. I don't want to be arrested. I have no criminal record, and I'm a victim of serious crime. And it won't look good on you arresting a victim anyway.
But as we said, the breach of peace would be to potentially prevent a disturbance.
I don't know. There has
it's
to
how
there has to
someone
be
else
a
feels.
doesn't there actually has to be a breach of the peace.
No, it's if someone else feels that there could be a disturbance or trouble like that, if they're feeling
I'll look into this.
alarmed
That's
or
okay.
harassed or
But don't you
distressed.
have to have like a dispersal order for something like that?
Not for prevent breach of the peace. Not to arrest.
We
breach
have
of the peace.
like Section 35 orders for city centres, things like that. A
Yeah.
dispersal order.
So could you tell me, just so I'm clear, so I can look this up, what section would you be threatening me under?
Well, breach of the peace is common law.
Yes. So is it not in your pace or anything
It's
like
not
that?
specific
find
legislation.
out.
It's common.
Could you
I'm going to find out when they're shut down.
yeah, could you definitely tell me so we're clear?
Because breach of the peace, it's linked to a public order offence, but it's obviously much lower than a Section 5. That's the lowest we kind of deal with in the public order.
So Section 5 is
So that's
What's that?
unintentional cause of alarm, harassment or distress to someone.
Yes.
A breach of the peace, it's kind of beneath that. So if people are arrested for a breach of the peace, then it wouldn't go on their criminal record.
yes,
It's not a
yes.
criminal offence. But
Yes.
we're not looking at any public order sections as such. It'd just be to prevent a breach of the peace.
Because you can say that they're breaching the peace, you know, because they have unlawful. You need to be very careful here, right? Because if somebody gets killed, you know, this is what we're up against. They've breached the peace. They've breached my peace. You have no idea the devastation this has had in my life.
And
It's
from what you said,
destroyed.
I know.
Do you understand? It's
I can
destroyed
tell.
my
I can
life.
tell
I don't want to
you
get
what
passionate,
you
but it's destroyed my life.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, no social life, you know, limited social life. I've been nearly being killed. They've breached the peace, and you are going against the victim.
Look, there's ways and means to deal with that.
No,
I don't
no,
believe
they're
it-
not
it
doing.
can be dealt with
They're not
today,
doing
can
it. I'm saying, will you investigate their breach of the peace? Why are you threatening to lock me up for breach of? Threatening.
We're not dealing with that incident.
Police,
We're
can I
dealing with the
finish?
incident at
I'm
hand.
in the middle of a conversation here. Right. Why are you threatening to arrest me? They've breached the peace on a colossal scale.
Look, the first arrest wasn't anything to do with that. It's the situation right here, right now. And I've told you that's the very last
Yeah, but then
thing you
I'm only here, again, I'm only here because they have committed case.
We're not dealing
And there's a
with
ways
that.
and means to
But
deal with
yeah,
that,
I understand you're not. And I'm saying, how can it be reasonable they abuse a member of the public in such a perverse manner? Because if
And
somebody
that's what needs to be investigated, doesn't it? Whether it is abuse or not.
Oh, it is.
Or whether it's
I've been
unlawful
through this with you.
policy, procedure.
I've been through this with
Okay,
you.
and that's what I think you need. The investigation would need to show whether there has been a breach. of
But
that
surely
policy
you
or
should
not.
understand. Surely you should understand, right? This first before you say you're the one who's guilty of breaching the peace. Why are you not approaching DVLA and say?
They're not here.
Go and see them. You even have a department within DVLA, your liaison department, who may have actually orchestrated this thing.
And if you want to, you could report that to South Wales Police, and they can investigate.
Yeah, but what
on
I'm
your
saying
behalf.
is we're here now. Why are you only threatening to arrest the victim, the person who's been abused by
Okay,
these?
I'm trying to arrest you because you're a victim of that investigation.
That's-
Well, that's why I'm here.
It's a
No,
situation.
this is why I'm
Okay, yeah, I know,
here.
and I
This is why I'm
appreciate
here.
But that's
I wouldn't be here.
To leave on your own validity. If you don't, we'd be potentially looking at arrest or to breach the peace.
Potentially, can I get you clear? If I don't leave now, you know, within a few minutes of packing up my stuff, will you arrest me for breach of a peace?
If you refuse to leave, yes, because they're closing the office, and obviously you're not allowed to stay here.
Okay.
And the staff may feel alarmed.
Well, they shouldn't
They
feel
may,
alarmed.
They may feel disturbance. That's how they feel.
Yes.
And it's what they report to
Yeah,
us.
so you've made it clear that if I stay, I will be arrested, and you've sided with and
But obviously, you have the choice to walk with us. Of your own
I will go. I will go. I will go. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be arrested. It's appalling conduct. I've given you the evidence, and you're refusing to even look at the evidence.
That's not our investigation to deal with.
Yes, it is.
It's
Your
already,
your oath is to keep the peace in relation to the laws and the rights of man and property, right? You have
We're going round in
you
circles
have point blank refused to do that.
We're going round in circles.
Why have you refused to deal with their and then arrest the victim?
Look, I'm not discussing it anymore.
Why
today,
not?
okay?
Why not?
We've said what we've had to say. You've told us what you've had to
No,
say.
I've asked a
and
new
that's-
question.
that's-
Why are you refusing to deal with their?
Well, for starters, like...
She said it. Why are you refusing to deal
Look,
with their
I'm
crime?
not discussing this any further today.
Why are you?
Okay.
I've asked you a question. Why are you
Okay,
refusing?
and I'm replying with I'm not
Well, we
willing
don't
to
even know
discuss
it's
this
a
any
crime.
further.
I know you...
I can prove it. I've shown you the evidence. I've shown you the Road Traffic Act.
But we don't know it's a crime, do we? And I feel like it does need to be investigated.
Yeah, and why is she not doing it?
Because
Because
it's not within our
this is
remit.
with-
Yes, it is.
Who's this with? You're from Taunton, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's being dealt with in Taunton.
No, it's DVLA. It's in Wales.
Well, it'd be
This is where the
DVLA
is taking place.
It'd be DVLA's internal policy and the government's own procedure to investigate, wouldn't it?
No, it's a criminal matter.
No.
Road Traffic Act is legislation, right? They've broken the law. So why are you only interested in arresting the victim, and then the abusers who've endangered life, where I've lost hundreds of thousands? Why are you aiding them? Why are
If you
you
want
not?
to report that needs to be done
No,
properly.
it's a question. No, I will put this online because
That's okay.
they have committed serious conduct, and you are refusing to investigate a crime.
I'm sorry
A
to feel
crime.
like that.
It's not a feelings thing. It's a facts-based thing. All right.
And as we said, there's the ways and means for that to be investigated.
What? A
And
year and a
it's-
half? A
and
year and a
I
half?
can't give a timeline.
No, I'm saying
It's not-
a year and a half. I've been doing
Okay.
this, and they just slammed the phone down on me.
Okay, and it obviously can't be dealt with here today, can it?
Well, the managers will probably work. They've had they've had since 2 o'clock, right?
And as they said, and obviously they've requested to speak with you without your camera. It's totally
Why-
within your
why would
rights
they-
to keep it, but it's also their right to not come down and be filmed.
Why would they do that? Why would an honest person?
Because some people don't like to be filmed when they're at work, do they?
No,
It's
big-
within their...
It's
their
nonsense.
choice.
You
It's
can't be
their
that
choice.
naive.
It's their choice.
So the question is why are you refusing to deal with crime? That's the question. Because that is misconduct in public office. You understand that the misconduct charge also encompasses failure to act. That is misconduct. You are office, and I want an explanation of why they've committed such grievous
But
harms.
you've told me this is already under investigation.
No, I haven't given the evidence yet.
Pardon?
I haven't given the evidence yet.
You said you've got a reference.
Other law.
And that's something
So,
that's unfortunately...
you see,
I
I'm
think
come
you
here.
have
I've come here in a reasonable manner to try to get this information. They're breaking the law. Tell me when the point you're going to. You know, I'm still trying.
I think they're waiting for us.
They're waiting
just
for us.
to leave. As soon as we go,
Okay.
lights will be off and doors will be
Okay, so I'll pack up. So the question is why are you refusing to investigate the crime by DVLA and instead arrest the victim?
You
who's
told me you've already got a reference number for
Correct.
this investigation.
correct?
So it's already being investigated.
No, it hasn't, because I'm trying to get freedom of information
Okay.
to give to you, because I know I have to make a cast iron case to you. They are obstructing this process, and you are aiding them in their by forcing me to move when I have a lawful right to that information. I
But
can.
there's,
Okay,
there's,
well,
no,
there's not gonna
there's
be
nobody here to
any
provide you with that
information
information now, is there?
Well, yes, there's people out there.
I think there's
So
waiting to-
there are people here. People work in these places till 6, 7 o'clock. So.
But it also might not be people who would have any...
Fine, but we don't know that yet. We're going on facts. We need to go on facts. At the end of the day, I have a lawful right to the information I've asked. You are stopping me. You are obstructing this process.
Okay.
And
obviously the staff here haven't provided that today for whatever reason. I don't know if they've got...
no, I've
their
shown
own
you.
policies.
Look, I've shown you. Look, this was written in April.
Like, we are going around in circles.
It's not
I'm
the same.
afraid to say.
This is that time.
But yeah, we
Okay,
do need
fine.
to go now.
I've tried. I've got it all on
Yeah.
record.
I appreciate this being a long ongoing fight for you, but yeah, I think it's going to have to continue. I'm obviously really sorry you haven't got the answers you want.
I don't accept your apology because if you were
I'm not apologizing for half of them, just for you. I'm just trying to be.
No, I think.
empathetic.
Yeah, fine. I think if you were really interested, yeah, you would give your mind to that breach of the law and ask them questions as to why they're breaching the law.
They must have their own internal procedure to investigate.
You don't. Procedure doesn't trump law. That I keep saying.
Okay, I do.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That you can't just go on a made-up procedure in the police. You have to act within the law. You are refusing to uphold the law. You are in breach of your oath.
Going forward, you've mentioned you've travelled here by train today. You don't have to tell me, obviously. It's just is that your plan to go back by train? Because if you'd like to go to the train station, we could offer you a lift.
Oh, thank you very much.
If that's something you'd like to accept. I mean,
I'm happy. Yeah, I'd like to. Thank you. It's very good of you. I'd happy saying there is no breach of the peace.
No, it's to prevent.
To prevent a breach of the peace, and you're certain that that is the correct use of that law?
Yeah.
You know, in the sense is you're allowed to arrest somebody for prevention of. That's correct.
If we believed, yeah.
Fine. I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's fine.
So isn't breach of the peace that you detain them for a number of hours, isn't it? Is that the one?
Well, the breach of peace would be to remove someone from an area.
Yes.
If the police deem that the breach of peace is over, then the arrest can be made anywhere outside the police station.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Also, if we did enter custody and the custody sergeant deemed the breach of the peace to be over, obviously they wouldn't authorise a detention. They'd ask probably to please go outside and the arrest.
Yes.
But that's all it is to prevent any escalation, or if anyone feels there could be an escalation.
Yes.
Because that's what I was trying to say. That I appreciate there wasn't one, because
correct.
Very calm like us, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it was just to prevent, obviously the staff there, they want to lock up, they want to go home. Yeah.
If I could have a lift into town, that'd be great.
It does smell though, I have to.
Is it dogs or?
No.
Just not very nice customers.
Oh yes.
It has been cleaned though, we've been told, so.
Cool.
Seatbelt on the left side, which is a bit odd.
Hello,
Hi.
can I help you?
Yeah. What I'm here for is to try and sort out my driving license,
Okay.
and I've encountered a lot of dysfunctional
What's that?
conduct. It's a camera.
You're not allowed to put a camera on in you.
I'm allowed in public place.
No, you're not, sorry.
Yes, I am.
Excuse me, I call security now, okay?
Fine. Yeah, come to sort out my driving license.
Can I ask you to stop the ball? This is not.
You can ask, and it is a public place, and I will carry on recording.
This is not a public place.
It is a public place.
This is a government building.
It's a public place.
How do you define that, and how do you know this?
I know it's a public place. I'm not going to debate it. It is a public place. By law, this is government building, is classed as a government public place.
Okay.
And by law, I have a right to record, and you have no right, no power whatsoever to stop me recording.
Okay, what are you here on business?
I am.
Yeah, and we will not be serving you while you're recording.
Well, I will be staying here, okay, until I get seen. Okay?
Well, like I say, if you want to be seen because you want, and we will try and help.
You're trying to infringe my rights.
I'm not going to argue.
You are infringing my lawful rights.
This is not a public.
And-
you want to go and record out in the
And
business
for
car park.
and for another on another,
signage out there.
it doesn't
There's
signage
out there
signage
you from filming on this site.
signage. Okay, policy doesn't trump law. Okay, I've had the same in Cardiff Police Station. They've got the signs up. Hold on. Hold. I'm not an auditor. I'm not an auditor.
Right,
I'm
so
here on
what
gen.
is- So what is your
Please,
purpose?
would you let me finish my sentence?
No, I'm
Oh,
asking
you're
you,
not going to let me.
What's your purpose?
Oh, so you're not going to let me finish my
What's your
sentence?
purpose today?
You asked the question, I listened to you, and I was trying to answer your question. I'm respectful to you, okay?
So what is your purpose?
Do you want? Are you? If you're going to ask me a question, are you going to let me answer it, or are you going to keep interrupting me? Okay, we were on the camera issue. I was stating to you, trying to educate you respectfully, that policy doesn't trump law. In the police station, they've got signs up saying, please don't record. That made no difference because I spoke to the officer, he confirmed that I can record in a public place, okay? So I'm just giving you an example where your policy doesn't trump and violate my rights, okay? So that's that dealt with. The second point is, I'm here on business to try to get my license back. Serious have been committed by DVLA, and I'm coming here peacefully, respectfully. You will not find me being any rude or abusive to you, but respectfully to come and get the issues dealt with. I've had call handlers just slam the phone down on me, make ignorant comments to me.
Right.
I've got.
So I asked you a question which you haven't answered.
This is what I said.
I asked you, what is your purpose of filming this? Because if you
No,
want
you
to
didn't
help,
ask that.
we're willing to help.
You asked.
And we will try our best to get to the bottom of the problems that you've had.
Will you?
But I'm respectfully asking you. The ladies are not comfortable being filmed.
It's irrelevant.
It's not a public.
It is a public place.
Right, so you said you come here respectfully then.
Yes.
If you want to deal respectfully,
Yes.
let's deal with it. So you're saying it's irrelevant. You're going to do what you're going to do regardless.
I haven't
of
said
what-
that. Please don't speak for me. Please don't try to state what you think I'm saying. I will tell you exactly and respectfully what I'm saying. Okay. So don't put words in my mouth. Okay.
So what is your purpose of filming?
Oh, now you're asking. Now you're asking a different question.
What are you going to be doing
hold on.
with the images that you're recording? Where are they kept?
You're
How
asking
are
a lot
they
of
held?
questions.
So you want to know about legalities now?
So you're asking a lot of questions, right? You're not letting me finish. You're just bombarding me with questions. I'm being respectful to you.
Is that how you started with the legal law bit as well, isn't it?
No,
Bombarding
no.
me. Okay.
No, not at all. I haven't had the same attitude as you at all. I've been very respectful to you. And I've listened to your answers and I've tried to answer you. You're just bombarding me with questions. Okay, and you're not letting me finish. So ask one question and I may answer it.
Yeah, right, let's see. You start.
I'll come around this week, right? I'll come around a chat.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not going to. Can I just say? No. Can I just say one thing here?
I'm looking to try and help you.
Yeah. Can I say one thing here?
You can.
Just in case you think you're going to lay hands on me, I'm totally peaceful, right?
Right.
So, but I don't give you the right to lay hands on me.
Right.
If you want to remove me,
I'm not removing you.
Okay, then call. Okay, I just want to put this so it's clear between us, right?
Yeah.
I'm a decent fella, right? I'm totally non-violent.
That's good.
Okay, and I'm not aggressive. If you feel you need to remove me, okay, at any point, let me finish? Then call the police. They are the people to remove me. You don't have, when I'm here on legitimate business, you don't have any jurisdiction over me to get physical with me. So if you feel you need to, just call the police. Is that clear?
Right. I'll just make it clear to you.
Yes.
That none of those things apply because I've got no intention of trying to remove you.
Perfect.
I've got no intention of putting my hand on you.
Perfect.
All I've got an intention of doing is trying to help you. So, would it be possible that we could have a little chat over there?
No, it has to be. No, it's in here.
Right, okay. Right. So what is it you need help with?
Okay.
I'm new to the situation.
Yes.
I don't know
Yes.
any of the questions you've posed this far. So,
Yes.
if you don't mind.
Certainly, no problem. What it is, I have evidence. What's happening is they've conducted unlawful revocation action against me, okay, without any evidence, based on a third-party report, without any evidence whatsoever. They started revocation action. That revocation action has resulted in the loss of my license, okay, with no evidence, based on a third-party report, in breach of the Road Traffic Act, in breach of law. That's the overriding issue. Call handlers are just slamming the phone down on me. I'm always respectful, always respectful.
You are respectful.
Thank you. And they just slammed the phone down on me. In the last dozen calls that I've made, probably about 8 of them, they just slammed the phone down on me. They're giving me misinformation. And somebody comes back and said, it's just a mess. I've nearly been killed on the roads numerous times. I've got all the evidence I've sent them of me being nearly run over. I'm losing £1,000 a week in lost earnings. I can't just wait until I get run over. So the issue here is it's dangerous driving, reckless driving. I'm cycling. I now have to. I've lost my license. I now have to cycle the roads. Yes, and there's reckless drivers galore, and they end up. I had trucks come within inches of my handlebars, you know, nearly being crippled or killed. I can't just sit on my hands and let here, you know, carry on. So
what can I do for you today?
So I want to speak to Julie Leonard.
Okay, I can try my best to facilitate that for you.
Yes. And just to be clear,
I'm not saying it's possible.
What time do you close, please?
We shut, yeah, that was 4, was it? 4? That was 4.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know I'm not leaving until this is resolved.
Okay, well, we'll cross that bridge.
And just to put you in the picture, the police are aware of the issues. I'm trying to get more evidence from you to give them the full evidence of the and her team.
Is anybody aware that you're coming to speak to Julie Leonard today?
No.
You haven't made your...
No.
Okay. Can I ask how far you've come from?
Yep, I come from Taunton.
Okay. So are you okay for me to take some details?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
That's, yeah, absolutely. And just to put you in the picture...
Do you want to write them down for me?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm a victim of very, very serious frauds. Relating to judges and lawyers, and this is what this is all connected to. Okay, so it's all interference with a court hearing and violation of the Road Traffic Act. So anyway, I'll give you my details.
So the complaints team and they're all going to be aware of.
Oh yes.
Of your name.
Absolutely. So we're going to reach. I'm just letting you know. We're going to reach an impasse. They're not going to want to deal with this, right? Because they're okay.
But what I'm saying to you is, I'm going to do what I can.
Yes.
To help you.
Yes.
That's all I can do is
yes.
my best.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know, when you're coming kicking that time, I'm not leaving. So either you're going to violate my rights.
Before we go that far, let's not get it too right.
I think things through. I'm just letting you know. Let me just say it. That's the point we're going to reach, because I'm not leaving until I get my license back, because I'm not waiting to be killed on the road. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm losing £1,000 a week. They've acted unlawfully.
But like you said earlier, if there comes a point where I think that you need to leave,
yes,
I certainly won't do it. I will do as you requested, and I'll call the police.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No problem. I remembered what you said. I haven't got any issue with anything you've said.
What it is, I've asked for freedom. I've asked the Freedom of Information team for information in relation to how they use their powers, which will expose the corruption.
Yeah.
They gave me a date. I asked them in April. They said it may take maximum 40 days. They're just not responding to my emails. Okay. They told me they were going to do an internal review. They haven't done an internal review. They're just ignoring all of my emails, and the call handlers are not telling me the manager's name. They're just slamming the phone down. So I have no other choice but to come here.
I'm not...
have opinion.
I'm not questioning it.
No.
I'm just...
Thank you very much.
I'll see what I can do for you, right?
Perfect.
I'll take a seat.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Right. Hello, Paul.
Hi.
Just to let you know, I'm going to activate my body cam as well.
Yep, certainly.
Just so that we're
both covered. You got CCTV here? Oh yeah.
There is CCTV. So there's a couple of chaps coming down who know a lot more about it than I do.
Yeah.
They can have a chat with you. Is that okay?
Yep, fine.
Right, okay.
And what happened with Julie Leonard?
Julie Leonard, I haven't spoken to Julie Leonard.
You didn't try and get Julie Leonard?
I have tried to get hold of Julie Leonard, but Julie Leonard's not available. I have attempted to make contact with Julie Leonard,
yes.
But the chaps are going to come and see you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask you to come into a separate room.
Fine.
But you're not going to be able to record it.
No, I'm going to record.
You're not going to record because it's a private room. It's not.
Well, I'm recording. I'm not going anywhere because you guys, not you, those guys are right? So I'm not going anywhere who are up to their necks in So I'm not going
I'll
anywhere.
come in the room with you.
No, I'm not. No, nope. I'm not. Let me clear.
Okay.
Let me absolutely clear.
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere without my protection of my own video.
I get that.
That's the fact. That's
Okay.
it. That's it.
That's your
it.
end.
That's my
position
end.
on it.
So either they do it somewhere where I can record. That's the only option. That's it. I'm not discussing that.
Okay.
I'm not stupid.
Okay.
They're
I will explain your position to them.
yes. There's no moving on that.
That's not a problem. I'm just the
Yeah,
intermediary.
correct.
So I'll tell them your position,
Yes.
and after that, what is our position in terms of? I mean, if they're not willing to meet those conditions.
Well, then it's then the only option. If you're refusing to deal with the not you, if they're refusing to deal with the and the violations, the clear violations of the Road Traffic Act, right? Then the only option is to call the police.
So the gentlemen that come down are here to explain their position on it, but they need to do it in a private room where you can't record.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen. The are so perverse, right, to willfully endanger. They've got all the evidence of me nearly being killed in breach of the Road Traffic Act, in breach of the law. They're so serious that I cannot afford to go without a camera. That's my last.
Okay. These individuals, you probably haven't had any engagement with these individuals.
I haven't met, I'm not talking about yourself, I haven't met anyone on the phone who has any integrity. These are quite...
I'm pretty sure you haven't spoken to either.
No, but irrelevant. I've dealt with dozens and dozens and dozens of people, and I haven't felt one with integrity. They're all breaching the law. So anyway, that's my position.
Understand I'm doing my best to help.
Perfect, thank you very much.
All right? Paul,
Alrighty.
we're in tandem.
Yeah.
With their accusation. They are not going to move on the position either.
Yeah.
So what said,
Yeah.
he's going to write to you, setting out and clarifying the position.
Yeah.
I know it's not what you want,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
Fine,
that.
fine, you're relaying the message.
So it's going to set up the position
Yeah.
of what needs to happen now. What they said was that the last letter they sent, or any letter, at the bottom, there's some stuff about an independence complaint.
There's no independent anything. The system is totally corrupt. So
It's
there's no independent. You can't convince me of any.
I'm not looking.
Right. I'm not. Sorry.
I know you're being respectful. I know.
Yeah. You know. Are not going to refer themselves to a regulatory body if they think they're going to be held to account. That's the position. So they're up to their necks in it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the situation. So your choice now is, I assume I don't want to put words in your mouth. Then if you want me to leave, you can't touch me.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Thank you. I really respect that.
But what I'm saying is that we're at that impasse of
Which I said would happen.
You did.